object shows. You either love them or you don't. But I do think you need to teach kids not only how to write, but how to animate when they're actually animated. I've been an avid watcher of these type of shows for quite a while. Made my own characters, would use them in icons for a while, and even made a few friends. While there is some good examples of good object shows out there that you could watch, there are some bad ones. These type of shows usually have the same problems that most bad TPIs have. Bad writing, forgettable characters, and awful voice acting and audio mixing. Which brings us to Legoboy. He was an infamous member of the action community for a while. He was notorious for making one of the worst shows, whether a jerk on Skype or so I was told. It was known to steal assets, including mine at one point.
But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made a switch to yes.
He is now, for at least what I hear, a much better person, and now has a fan base for the reboot of his old show, Object Terror, which is a show review we'll get today. Let's do this!
Well, I have this cruise ship which I don't really want anymore, and I'm giving it out to someone.
Okay, friends hadn't heard this one before in an object show. 20 objects battling out for a prize. Yep. It's the simplest premise for an object show you can find. But don't you worry, your silly little head. They added something new to make it fresh and original.
Why? The prize is a cruise ship.
A new prize. Hey, it's kind of like my show. Well, my show's different because it has a... It has... You know, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Well, you know what? So what's the plot's generic? Usually when that happens, as the comedy, help it out. So how is it?
Can make fake Instagram cracker.
We'll show him this picture of a spooky minion.
I'm an independent woman who don't need no man.
That was stupid.
Those memes are so dang.
Not cannibalism, because cannibals are scrubs.
I need a bay. Don't it sound much sexier now?
Wow, did you just assume my gender?
Oh, now let me check when this is made. Yeah, the comedy isn't very good. Almost every joke falls flat when it's not a modern reference to a meme that be outdated by day 2. It's the bad timing of the jokes. I can't recall laughing at most of the jokes that were told, which is bad for a comedy like this. Other than that though, there's not much I can talk about in this section. It's just a typical object show premise of not very well executed comedy.
Hey, you strange, identified, square brown object.
This show's characters are not very huge in size. It's about 20 to be exact. So that must mean there are some memorable ones, right? Nope. Just like a Nikki show, the cast are filled with archetypes, one-trick ponies, or just bland forgettable characters. There's almost no time to get to know them, despite the pretty long running time for each episode. And when they do get screen time, it's usually led up to a bad joke or sporadic character development. Though, when they do get the occasional scene and then have a conversation, it doesn't lead to a predictable punchline. It is nice and sweet, if not brief. And there are some likable characters here and there. One way to fix this problem is have more scenes that show the characters just talk about their problems they see in a fucking coffee cup. Sure, that one scene in question was very generic. But as close as the character development we have thus far, you get the characters that one-trick ponies just the same. Just try to convince the audience and get rid of them quick. Overall, the characters need some work. They're not the worst I've seen, some of them are enjoyable, the majority of them are just bland characters I've seen in other object shows in the past.
You will compete in a challenge. One team wins and one team loses.
The challenges are a mixed bag. Not because they're unoriginal, in fact they're the only thing they showed us today is mostly original. It's the execution of majority of them. Let's go over each challenge in order by episode, shall we?
The first challenge is diagonal parkour.
Remember when I say that challenge was mostly original? Yeah, this is the one exception. This challenge was unoriginal challenge you could pick for an object show. Lego. Out of all the challenges you could have done, you chose the balance beam? You put this out too!
Okay, shut up.
Races are too unoriginal.
Do you want the cruise or not? If so, shut up. It's pretty much the balance beam challenge.
I'm too lazy to do that. I have to find a babe.
Can you shut up?
And no. When you consider challenges that original, that make your challenge nor make your show seem any better in any way. The worst part of the challenge ends abruptly, which makes it even more lazy than it already was. The execution of it was pretty bad as well, since we don't know characters beyond what we observed. And that is the main problem with this balance beam-esque challenge. As a first episode challenge, you're supposed to have a challenge that not only have the characters interacting, but also leave us entertained or intrigued on what's going to happen next. It takes up most of the episode for a reason, which this one does not do either of those two, since we know who's going to win and there's no stakes or character development. And that being said though, this isn't the worst challenge. That award goes to...
Take a field trip to the Arctic Show Museum and make the contestants go to the museum for one full night successfully.
Now on the surface, it doesn't seem that bad. It's original and lends room for character development. So why do I think this is the worst compared to an unoriginal challenge that has no room for character development? Simple. The execution. The way it's all put together is flimsy and filled to the brim with filler. First off, the challenge is not much of a challenge at all. The challenge is to survive one night in the Arctic Show Museum. But there's nothing too out of the ordinary about the location to make it a hard task. If it had like really strict security guards, or the host actually planned something, who knows, it could have been one of his best. But it's just a museum, ordinary locations. With a done challenge that has no stakes, you're assuming the character development will take center stage. Well, let me tell you, there are only 3 scenes that actually come close to that. Those being Carpet taking Stapler around, Cactus joining the group, or the group itself taking the diamond. The rest is just an extension of the opening scene, putting jokes that going nowhere, and the scenes that amount to nothing in the story. The challenge itself has potential to be fun, it gives their characters time to shine. But as it stands, it's both boring and lacking substance. Easily the worst challenge thus far.
To get to the fourth, you're gonna need some art skills, because in the challenge, you'll be using this whiteboard.
Oh? An original challenge that actually has substance? It's a miracle! Wait, the execution still sucks? Yep, knew it was too good to be true. First of all, it is way too short. I understand with a challenge like this, you can't do much of it, but only having 4 characters come up and basically waste our time is inexcusable. You seriously couldn't have more time to finish this challenge or make it more compelling. I would be content at least having a time card or part B to the challenge or something to make it more worthy of being a challenge. And I'm wondering what it could have been. How does it stand on its own? It doesn't. Like I said before, only 4 characters actually participate. Then Mint had to do the whole funny random activity. The 4 rounds themselves take the spotlight everything wrong with the challenge. You know, I said the challenge could have been longer. Yeah, the rounds feel like an eternity. Even though the gap is like 60 seconds, each round takes about 20 to 40 seconds each. So how did it possibly go wrong? Well, it what takes place in these 20 seconds that bores the ever-loving crap out of me. He takes what could have been a funny 3-second reaction shot and dragged it out like it was a backpack full of textbooks. I think this is why I had to cut it early, because test rounds were too bored to sit through anymore. There's an easy fix to this. Just cut down the reaction time and include more people in the challenge, or add a part B to the challenge to make the episode more interesting. As it stands, it is one of the worst executions of good challenge I've seen for a pretty popular show yet.
Today's challenge is a murder mystery. One contestant will be randomly picked to be the murderer.
What's this? A good such original challenge with well done execution? It's an actual miracle! Yep, I actually really enjoyed this challenge. First off, it's a entire original with little to no filler in it. It's focused and takes a chunk of the episode, and for the most part, I was invested in the challenge from point A to point B. Though there are a few problems with it. For one, it's too short to get me sucked in as much as I wanted to. Many read more suicides or had a killer be someone related to the scenes before the challenge, like Magazine murdering Biscuit for breaking her phone, or Mint killing USP for making fun of him. Both of which were killers in the episode. Other than that, I can't find much wrong with this challenge. It's all one to get my attention just enough to make it the best challenge thus far.
Wow, I could do whatever I want. I could get unlimited ice cream, or I could eat at their buffet.
In this section, I'm going to need to show the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. And sadly, there's only one.
It's animation.
One thing the show is going for in terms of popularity. It starts out as something too impressive. As more animators come in, the more the animation improves. The animators they have are really talented people who clearly have great background history. Including, as of March 22nd, Cormac Oliver, Spartan Dash, DCX, Fusion Animations, Ellen Animations, and Up Arrow. They put their best effort to the show, and I commend them for that. And it's one thing I can expect nothing but defiance in every episode to come. Even if it's a double-edged sword, but hey, I want the other man a new one when it comes to the only pro here. Now I can do exactly that in...
You upside down, you ripoff?
I am not a you ripoff!
Let's start off one problem almost everyone can agree on. The audio quality.
Fuck, what's wrong? Why are you sad?
Oh my god! I don't know if I can let that slide.
More specifically in the voice acting. I'll give him this. He did improve in the future of episodes with some characters like Cactus, Plug, and Coffee Cup. But there's 3 characters that still need a lot of work. Those being Magazine, Mint, and Funny Beep Boop, where their only voice actor is to scream every line until everyone's left deaf! It gets old very quickly, especially with Beep Boop, where they thought inside joke would be so funny that they made it his entire personality! I ain't really wrong adding an inside joke onto the show. I do it from time to time. But there's a thing, from time to time. The point of the inside joke is that only select few people can laugh at it. And when you abuse a joke, it gets so old and even select few people are starting to hate it. You will see what I mean in episode 2, where I made the exact same mistake and now I regret it more than ever. There are other problems with the audio quality too, like counting sound effects can either be out of place or way too loud.
I quit.
Writing! This is probably the worst aspect of the show as of now. The writing sucks. It just flat out sucks. Rather to be scenes that go nowhere, scenes that lead to an unfunny joke, or a scene that serves a purpose to the episode but are forgotten about minutes later, the writing has many problems. Like the dialogue, for instance. Actors have the characters to say are once again unfunny jokes as catchphrases, lazy, or repetitive as hell. Again will be TV's dialogue. Anyways. And the kid will just respond to everything someone says. Why can't you just leave a joke alone? The joke was fine without it. Speaking of which, the comedy! It's terrible. I'll give this one brief since it kind of heads to the dialogue. But the humor cleans up modern references, those ones started out recently, catchphrases that got older every time they used them, and they're funny for ball breaks. This is kind of a nitpick, but it's worth mentioning. The walk cycles. This can go for any outing show, really. On average, a walk cycle should only go for 1 to 2 seconds of silence. That's too little for Legoboy over here. For this show, the Aqua silence has been doubled! Let's show just how tedious it can be.
This goes on for some time.
And finally, the episode length. Again, sounds like a nitpick, but it's a pretty big problem. This goes where I said in the challenge section. The episodes are way too short and seem unfinished. Like certain scenes feel unneeded and they can be set in that place for every scene. I think episode 2, for example, like Carpet asks that stapler, it seems like it would be the B-plot of the episode while Diamond Height's taking place. But instead, funny had to happen. He could have had more scenes done developing a relationship, or at least having see the sites while conversing with each other. I would go on, but this section is long enough, as Legoboy would say. On to conclusion!
You're the last 2 surviving the explosion, so you 2 get to pick the team.
In conclusion, I cannot recommend this show. Sure, the animation is really good for an object show. That's some signs of improvement. I've seen this episode 5 trailer. But the episodes thus far have not been the best in terms of awful writing, forgettable characters, and lackluster comedy that didn't make me laugh once. If you happen to be a fan of this show and are watching up to this point in the video, show some support just because of this review. You know the support you can get to make the show as good as it can be. And to you, Legoboy, while I may not like your show, doesn't mean I hate you as a person. You seem to be a pretty chill dude for what I hear, and I do wish the best for you and your show. Just please try to take my criticism into practice and try to make your show the best it can be, because there is some potential within. This is Alodahans. I look forward to my next review where I take a look at Emerald Star's AXE Enter the Zone. See you then!
I'm a jock.